Hey everybody, welcome to the D. Louise book series. I'm Christina, Kristina. This is where we read books, talk about books, no theme music, no special effects going on here. Just simple me reading books, talking books. And this is the second book in the series. I decided to go straight into it from the last one because I was interested to find out what happened to some of the characters. I'm a character person. I like character progression. I like to read from book to book to book. I like to binge read, although this is going to be a really short series because she just started it and there's only a few books out of it. But I wanted to just get into it. I was so excited. I enjoyed the last one so much. And this is Long Overdue at the library, at the Lakeside Library, Holly Danvers. And we start off the book with Rain starting. Rain is her name. She's the lead character. She's a best friend, Julia, and her husband, Nick. And then Marge is one of the helpers in the library, and her dog, Rex. And then Jace is Julia's brother. So those are like your main core characters. And I like that it's a small group like now. It can grow as book to book to book. But I like that she started out with a small group and she's going to grow it and add people as things go along. So the book starts off with Rain deciding to stay in Northwood, that's the community, year-round and keep the library all open all year round. She has a homemade library her mother started. And she's waiting for a contractor to install a wood stove. And Wallace Benson, a library patron, comes in and says that he's looking for a cookbook. He's going to participate. There's a big contest this week, an ice fishing contest and a chili making contest, and he wants to participate in both. So he needs a few cookbooks to help him out with the chili. So she helps him out with the cookbooks, and the next day or the next chapter, they're going out to the festival, to the ink ice fishing, and all the boats are lined up. They've all got their spots picked out. They've got them picked out in advance. They've all snagged their location. Yes, ma'am. I'm a little high today. She can't see. So they've all got their spots picked out. And Julia and Rain are catching up and talking about what's going on in the community and stuff like that. And Nick, Julia's husband, comes up and says, he's got a knife. He cut his hand on a knife while he was doing some fish stuff. So his hand is all bloody. And then this woman comes running from one of the boats and screams at Nick and accuses Nick of murdering her husband. And they go to her husband's boat, and sure enough, he's been killed. Murder weapon is not there, but the guy's been stabbed a few times and chloroformed and some other stuff. Yes, ma'am. No, come here. You're bothering me. You're interrupting. I'm going to put you on camera. I don't want to be on camera. I don't want to be on camera. No, no, no. So anyways, so she comes out and she's accusing Nick of murdering her husband. Jace is there and he investigates the situation. They end up taking Nick into custody. And there's this new officer in town, and I do not like him. He is bad, bad, bad news. He's got it out for Julia and Jace and Nick and Rain. She's like, her husband is the sole snowplower in the community, and Julia takes Rain. I'm getting too far ahead, but Rain they've been questioning people all over town. Rain somebody tries to run her off the road. Someone has taken her windshield wiper off. Someone has emptied her windshield wiper fluid. She's a little injured, a little banged up. And Julia is taking Rain into town to get her car because it was towed and repaired. And Officer Bentley comes up to her and says, "Do you have a license to drive that thing?" And he wants to issue a citation. He gets in her face. And we're like, what? You're a small town community. What the hell are you doing? And apparently he's a brand new guy in the department, and he's looking to move up, and he wants to take Jace's job. So maybe if he can get Jace's fired, he can move up. I thought cops were supposed to be honest. Oh, wait a minute. Have you lived through this century? I forgot. Sorry, that was a moment. So, and Marge has returned. Marge usually spends her winters in Florida, but she's decided to spend some time with Rain and Julia and work in the library. She really enjoys working in the library. So then they talk to a few people, and people say, oh, go talk to this guy. So they go talk to this guy, Greg Benson. And Greg Benson says that Wallace was involved in an OSHA incident at work. One of the co-workers got injured. There were lawsuits. There was all kinds of stuff going on. And it just, one thing leads to another. And there's so many motives out there. There becomes so many motives. And unlike the last book, where the majority of the information was kept by the cops, and most of that happened off stage, I have one of these authors that says if it happens on the page, then it happens on stage. But if it happens off stage, you're told about it later, then that's off stage. And a lot of the action in this book is on stage. So that makes it a little bit better than the last book. It is also a very smooth, very quick, easy read. So they release Nick once, then they take him back again, then they release him again. It's a few times. It becomes a yo-yo. They talk to Tina, the guy's wife, and they see her interacting with somebody else. They talk to the somebody else. He denies knowing this Tina person. He denies knowing them. The girls eventually confront him, and they put their lives on the line a few times. He and the guy, one of their friends, ends up in trouble. Someone tries to kill him too, to keep his mouth shut about what he knows. So it's a very complicated, very good book. So I have some issues. They're doing a Sue Grafton is what they're doing. The characters are doing a Sue Grafton, and sometimes it's really irritating as all hell. Because if you have read the Sue Grafton books, and you know Kinsey Malone, do you know how many incidents that Kinsey got into that were life-threatening because she didn't have a cell phone? All right, so Kinsey existed when there no cell phones existed. So she had to go to a payphone to call for help. And these two Badinsky bots are forever leaving the cell phone in the car, or leaving it home, or leaving it here, or leaving it here, or not charging it. And I hate when characters do that. It's irritating as all hell. Yeah, it's a plot device. I see it. Yeah, I get it. But it's a little irritating thing. So I'm forever screaming, no, these people are forever leaving their phone someplace. It's ridiculous. If they'd had the phone, they wouldn't have ended up in all this trouble to begin with, and they get in a lot of trouble. And when they go to pick up Rain's car, Danny, the guy's son, the one that was involved in the OSHA incident that worked, the one that's handicapped now, attacks them for trying to talk to his father about the case when he just finished talking to them. And you're like, excuse me, we were just picking up a car here. And it's just tensions run really, really massively high in this book, really high. And Julia is forever crying, and Rain is trying to console her, and Jace is conspiring for Rain's affections, and Ryan is also conspiring for Rain's affections. So we may have a triangle someday. We don't know yet. This is just the beginning of the series. But it's turning out to be a cute little library, and we're getting to know the community. And so you really have to check it out. These are turning into really good books. We're going to move on. We're going to go back to 14. The 14th Deadly Sin. That's the next book up, so you look for that tomorrow. But anyways, check out Long Overdue at the Lakeside Library, Holly Danvers. Don't forget to check out Flashback Monday. Don't forget to check out Star Trek Fridays, which used to be the highlight of my analytical week. And I would ride this huge wave Well, that wave is in the basement. Hell, it's below the basement. My Star Trek videos have tanked the past month. I do not know what's going on. That I rode this wave for 6 months, and all of a sudden they're in the basement. But my book videos are picking up, so that's on the good side. And also check out my new series, If Then. If you like this author, then maybe you'll like this author, and those follow Star Treks on Fridays. And then every other day, there's book reviews, and I'm reading as fast as my little butt can read. Like 58 or 59 books so far this year. How's it going? Check it out. Have a good day. Enjoy.